Good morning and welcome back to Margin. This morning I'm going to talk about the best credit card of 2021, in my humble opinion. So let's jump right into it. So this topic of credit cards is so subjective. It is something that based on your needs, based on your season of life, you will have a different reason to have certain credit cards than other seasons. And it's easy to jump on and do a quick search looking at all the various personalities and what they prefer when it comes to the various cards that are best for this new year. And it may be interest rates, it may be balance transfers, it may be perks and bonuses for signups or some other myriad of promotion. And this area is, as I've mentioned before, very highly marketed. It's an area that's highly funded. And so when you're looking at these aspects, you can see all the benefits of these various cards. But first, I believe you need to take a step back and see what is the purpose of you having the card in the first place. And are you in that season of life where having the card actually enhances your ability to build margin, or does it hamper? So although I don't encourage people to go out and open a new credit card, especially if they have not built in the disciplines necessary to ensure that they don't carry a revolving balance on that credit card, I still carry 2 credit cards and I pay them off each month, but I do utilize them to maintain my credit. And with that comes the ability to use their reward system. Their reward systems in both cases allow me to get gift cards, typically for places that I don't frequent normally. So it's usually for purchases like a Starbucks, gift card that I typically wouldn't spend my own money buying a $6 latte or something like that. And so I'll get these gift cards. These gift cards give me the ability to not have a level of shame using my debit card to go buy an expensive cup of coffee or go to a retailer for a meal or something like that I normally would not do. So my go-to for this is my Chase Freedom card. And this is the card that I actually would recommend today, and mainly because this card is recommended by a number of different critics, and mainly because of their points and cashback options. So CNBC has rated the Chase Freedom Unlimited credit card as the best credit card for cashback rewards. So that's for the new year. My card in particular is actually a dated version of this. They've come out with the Unlimited and the Flex cards. Mine in particular is no longer available, but it originally came out with 5% for the first $1,500 you spend per quarter, and then 1% thereafter. But the new card, the new Unlimited card, is 1.5% for whatever purchases you put on that card. So Forbes has rated the Chase Freedom Flex card as the best cashback reward card. And so between the two of those, whether you go with the Unlimited or you go with the Flex card, there are a number of sources that actually recommend this card for that purpose. Now, that is the purpose that I have outlined as the highest priority for me between the points and the cashback rewards. But that may not fit your lifestyle. That may not fit your needs. And it's important to look at, why are you getting the credit card in the first place? And what are you going to strictly utilize that credit card for, so that you maximize and take advantage of the best credit card based on your needs, your specific needs. So it's really important that you own your credit card rather than your credit card owning you. And why I say that is, it's so easy to look at the next deal, the bigger, better deal, and constantly be switching it up and doing a balance transfer to get 0% or going to another card in order to take advantage of some kind of perk. And oftentimes what ends up happening is you end up opening these credit lines and closing others, and it doesn't give you tenure. It doesn't give you that length of credit for those individual lines, and it actually ends up negatively affecting you. So you need to weigh that out and look at, okay, what am I looking at from a standpoint of my credit card that matters most to me? And there may be deals that come up along the way that may be slightly better than yours, but you do have to think about it from a standpoint of how much time does it take to switch over to that new card, and how long those benefits last for over an introductory period, and so on and so forth. And oftentimes what I have found is that it doesn't make sense just to hop between cards. And it's one thing if you are looking to sign up for your first credit card. It's another thing if you are in a different season of life. But if you're just hopping around cards for the sake of getting that bigger, better deal, it may actually be hindering you. It may be hurting you in the sense of building in margin with your finances. So from my standpoint, when looking at a new credit card, I always encourage people to find a card that does not have a annual fee. And I understand that there are certain elite clubs for for certain members, and certain people justify having that credit card that has that annual fee. But from my standpoint, they're already making out like bandits on any revolving balance you leave on that card that you're paying an APR for. Why give additional funds to that credit card company for giving you the privilege of getting into debt with them? So once you figure out which card is best for you, and you figure out what those perks are that matter most to you, and you sign up for that card that hopefully does not have an annual fee, what are the next steps? As you are spending on that card, I would encourage you not to spend beyond that 30% utilization in order to maximize not only your contribution to your credit score from that individual card, but beyond that, keeping it at that 30% utilization to the credit limit on that card would allow it to remain reasonable, especially if this is the first card you've had, or if you're stepping into a new season of life. You want to make sure that that card utilization is within reason. That is something that you are monitoring closely. Another component is making sure that you set a reminder to pay that card on time in its entirety every month. So you're going to utilize 30% of that credit card balance and pay it off entirely at the end of that statement period. And beyond that, I think it's important also for you to factor in or schedule in a time that you call or contact your credit card provider once a year to see what other perks that may have come up during the course of the year, and any benefits that you can take advantage of in regards to lowering your APR, lowering your percentage rate in the event that you actually do have to have a revolving balance on that card. You want to make sure that you're setting those things up as you go along, so that you don't have a card that has a high balance that then you're asking for a lower APR on, because they will see you as a higher risk. The other component I would consider having a reminder for is opting in for any rewards. So my card in particular, my Chase Freedom card, has an opt-in option on a quarterly basis that gives me an additional percentage back for certain retailers for certain purchases. And it comes to my email. It's a one-click thing, and it's very streamlined, very straightforward. But I would just encourage you to make sure that as you sign up for this new card, as you start utilizing it, for you to stay in tune with what benefits actually come with that card, so that you are not paying for a benefit in another area that your credit card covers. In the next episode, we're going to go over some of those credit card benefits that people oftentimes don't know about, and why it's important for you to know the benefits of your card, so that you don't have extra insurance being paid for certain products or services that your credit card already covers. My call to action today is to look at your credit cards in your wallet and make sure that those credit cards actually fit your lifestyle. Make sure that the perks of what those individual cards give you actually make sense for you. If you have a credit card for a certain retailer that you no longer frequent, or you have a miles card and you no longer travel, those are things to consider when choosing a card or choosing to transition to a new card. So I would encourage you to review the credit cards you have and the perks, the reward systems attached to those cards to ensure that those still fit your lifestyle. If this information is helpful to you, please do like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you're reminded to come back on a daily basis to improve in managing your personal finances. Thank you for your time. Enjoy your day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.